Ancient texts referred to Evermore forest as the sacred forest which surrounded the gateway to eternity. Local legends speak of it somewhat differently. Its location is in an area of the remnants of an ancient land, now just a small island. The area where it is located on that island is a rough rocky tail-like piece situated in the southwest. The shape of the island suggests to some a dragon standing on its hind legs facing to the east. So the land of Evermore is situated on the dragon's tail. The area was long ago named Cairn Well, which means a well next to a stack of stones which was raised by humans as a marker. Upon learning this, an adventurer mystic from the past set out to discover the exact well and marker this name referred to. He first entered the land of Cairn Well from the northeast, after departing from the capital of the main kingdom of the island. When he arrived at the northeast limit of Evermore Forest, he found a small village inhabited by a primitive tribe. They were hunter-gatherers, but they also grew some crops. Their main crops were rye and corn. Between their village and the forest was a long field of corn which they referred to as the Corn Wall. They considered the forest as sacred and would not cut any tree from it, though they did enter a designated area to gather fallen branches and twigs, herbs, flowers, fungi, moss, and stones, all in limited amounts on specially designated days and nights. From these items they made medicines and potions for special ceremonies. The adventurer, who declined to ever give his real name, told all who asked him to call him Seeker Jon. He told the villagers of his quest and asked for their help in finding the well. The villagers told him they had no knowledge of it. They warned him against entering the forest alone. They offered to take him into the area they believed the inhabitants had agreed to let them use, though, on the condition that he kept silent and fasted for 1 day and 1 night. He agreed. So on a special day, he had to fast and remain alone in a cave for a day and night. Then he was bathed in water and smoke and massaged with a special aromatic paste. After the ceremony was complete, he had a vine rope tied around his waist, which was held by a young girl. Then, with a small group who were all dressed in white linen and led by a holy man, he entered the forest for the first time. On entering, the villagers made offerings and performed chants. Then they introduced John to the forest and waited for a sign. After a while, an owl which had been observing them hooted and flew into the forest. This was to them a sign of approval, so they continued deeper into the forest, all the time chanting a rhythmic song. Eventually they stopped at a small stone altar. Some of the females in the group took bread loaves from white cloth and laid it on the altar. Then another ceremony took place, after which they turned and retraced their steps. As they went, they gathered certain items. Every time they took something, they thanked the forest and its inhabitants. Once they had returned to the village, the items were all stored in a special hut. The people said one more prayer, then went to their huts to sleep. John was left alone to think about his experience. He recorded as much as he could by candlelight, then fell into a deep sleep. While sleeping, he had a vivid dream of the forest. He explored it in his astral body as much as he could, but at a certain point he arrived at an invisible barrier. He felt scared and was immediately returned to his body. After this experience, John felt strongly that the Cairn Well could be in the sacred forest. Not wanting to upset the village out of both courtesy and fear of reprisal, he decided to go around it and approach it from a different direction. So after thanking the villagers and receiving some supplies, which included ingredients from the forest, he left and headed south.